Welcome to my channel, I'm Death Panel. Today I'm playing my red-white Boros Samurai deck in the MTG Arena's recent Neon Dynasty Constructed event. Okay, got two white lands. Not really a lot of... There's some great cards here. I'm thinking of taking a risk that I don't advise, and I don't do this kind of thing often, by not taking a mulligan. But I know these could be some really good spells to have, and let's just hope that I pull some low drop creatures next couple turns, and hopefully a mountain soon. I think I want to cast Sunblade Samurai for its channel cost. Yes, it'll be another plains. Hopefully we'll get a mountain soon, but this could still be really useful. And his opponent still has a little bit of an edge by being able to use Reinforced Ronin, which has haste. So he's got me back down to 20 health. And I got a mountain on the battlefield now. Let's put Lizard Blades out onto the battlefield. Opponent casts Ghost Shintai of Ancient Wars. And uses it to inflict 1 damage. Let's use a Ganjo Uprising. Gonna pay the cost of 2 for two white samurai with Menace and Vigilance. Let's attack with both of those samurai tokens. Oh, also, a Ganjo Uprising creates 1 for your opponent that does not have Menace. He's blocking with both his creatures, taking out 1 of my samurai tokens. I forgot his Ghost Shintai of Ancient Wars has first strike, so I guess if I had distributed the blockers differently, I would have taken out his Samurai token with Vigilance. Oh well. And he puts a Shrine Steward down on the battlefield. Next, I'll cast Kyodai, Soul of Kamigawa, to the battlefield. And I'm going to put Indestructible onto my Samurai token. Then I'm going to attack. Taking out his Ghost Shintai of Ancient Wars. Opponent casts Ghost Shintai of Shared Purpose. Certainly one I have not used yet. I don't think it's in my collection yet. And he uses its ability to create a 1/1 Spirit token. Let's use Repel the Vile on his Ghost Shintai of Shared Purpose. You won't be able to create any more of those Spirit tokens. 1 less blocker. Let's attack with Kyodai and my Samurai token. Of course he's blocking with his token, and I inflict 3 damage. Opponent casts Tawashi Guidebot, putting a +1/+1 counter on his Samurai token. And he casts his Reinforced Ronin, which has haste. Okay. So he didn't attack at all, and Reinforced Ronin of course goes back in his hand. I'm gonna attach Lizard Blades to my Kyodai, giving it double strike. Then let's cast Goro Goro. Let's attack with Kyodai and my Samurai token, inflicting 8 damage. Opponent casts Tales of Master Sashiro enchantment, putting a +1/+1 counter on his Shrine Steward, and puts his Reinforced Ronin back on the battlefield. He's attacking with all 3 of those. Let's block his Reinforced Ronin with my Samurai token, and with my Goro Goro, I'll block his Shrine Steward. He inflicts 3 damage. I'm gonna go ahead and put a Wandering Emperor on the battlefield.
I hope.
I'm gonna use the loyalty ability to put +1/+1 counter on my samurai token, and it gains first strike until end of turn as well. And I'm gonna attack with both creatures. Taking out his samurai token and dealing 6 damage. Opponent uses his Tales of Master Shiro to put a +1 counter on his Toashi Guidebot. Opponent aims to attack my Wandering Emperor with both his creatures. I know I should probably be blocking the Guidebot to take it out, but I'm blocking his Shrine Steward so that he can't completely take out my Wandering Emperor. Opponent uses Ninjutsu on his Springleaf Avenger, taking out my Wandering Emperor.
Try not to miss.
And he casts Weaver of Harmony, putting a mountain onto the battlefield. And opponent concedes. Cool. So in this deck, we have Regent's Authority for a 1 white. Did not use it in this match. Target creature gets +2/+2 until end of turn. If it's an enchantment creature or legendary creature, instead put +1/+1, and it gets +1/+1 on top of that until end of turn. Aki Warpaint, didn't use it. Enchant artifact or creature gets +2/+1. Reinforced Ronin, I've used them once so far. I'm looking forward to using them more and crafting a couple of them. Didn't use it in this match. As we're probably all aware, it has haste. At the beginning of your end step, it returns to your hand. You can also use it for its channel to draw a card, discarding Reinforced Ronin. Eater of Virtue, I've used it so far a couple times, but not really to its full benefit and ability to copy a ability that the creature it's equipped to has. Ancestral Katana, quite a useful equipment for when you have a samurai or warrior attacking alone and you have 1 mana left over. It gives your creature +2/+1. And of course, for 3 mana, you can equip it no matter what to a creature. Aganjo Exemplar, got 2 of those. And when it attacks alone, or when a samurai or warrior attacks alone, it gets +1/+1 until end of turn. Selfless Samurai, whenever a samurai or warrior attacks alone, it gains lifelink until end of turn. And sacrifice it, another target creature you control gains indestructible until end of turn. Spirited Companion, I know a lot of people are saying to have a whole bunch of these in your deck so you can draw cards. And it counts as an enchantment as well. I have a couple times had more than one in the deck, but in this deck I just have 1. 2 Wanderer's Intervention for dealing 4 damage to a target attacking or blocking creature for 2 mana. Explosive Entry, destroy up to 1 target artifact, put a +1/+1 counter on up to 1 target creature. A lot of these didn't use in this match. Goro Goro, Disciple of Ryase, Goblin Samurai, legendary creature. For 1 red, creatures you control gain haste until end of turn. And for 3 mana +2 red, create a 5/5 red dragon spirit creature token with flying. Activate only if you control an attacking modified creature. Have not done that yet. Got 2 lizard blades in here, and they have double strike and has reconfigured 2. Equipped creature has double strike. Tempered in Solitude, haven't used it yet. Enchantment for 1 mana 1 red. Whenever a creature you control attacks alone, exile a top card of your library. You may play that card this turn. Upriser Renegade, it's a 1/3 human samurai. Gets +2 power for each other modified creature you control. Imperial Subduer, 3/2 human samurai. Whenever a samurai or warrior you control attacks alone, tap target creature you don't control. I've used this a couple times and it's pretty useful like that. Got 1 Intercessor's Arrest. Enchantment Aura, enchanted permanent can't attack, block, or crew vehicles. and its activated abilities can't be activated unless they're mana abilities. One legendary creature, 3/2, Human Samurai, Norika Yamazaki the Poet, has Vigilance, and whenever a Samurai Warrior you control attacks alone, you may cast target enchantment card from your graveyard this turn. One Fall of Lord Konda, exile target creature an opponent controls with mana value 4 or greater, and each player gains control of all permanents they own on the second level of the saga, and then it transforms into Fragment of Konda, enchantment creature Human Noble with Defender. When it dies, draw a card. One Touch the Spirit Realm for 2 mana 1 white. When it enters the battlefield, exile it to one target artifact or creature until it leaves the battlefield. Ambitious Assault. Creatures you control get +2 power until end of turn. If you control a modified creature, draw a card. One Peerless Samurai. 2/3 Human Samurai with Menace. And when a Samurai Warrior you control attacks alone, the next spell you cast this turn costs 1 less to cast. One Kyodai, Soul of Kamigawa. Legendary creature Dragon Spirit for 3 mana 1 white, and it's a 3/3. It also has Flash. And when it enters the battlefield, another target permanent gains indestructible for as long as you control Kyodai. So that in itself is pretty cool. And then if you have at least 1 mana of every color, you can use that mana to give Kyodai +5/+5 until end of turn. Also, one Repel the Vile for 3 mana 1 white, an instant to choose either exile target creature with power 4 or greater, or exile target enchantment. One Seven Tail Mentor, 2/3 Fox Samurai for 3 mana 1 white. When he enters the battlefield or dies, put a +1/+1 counter on target creature or vehicle you control. I'm thinking, for that reason, it could be good to have at least 2 in a deck. One Wandering Emperor. We all know everything about this. I guess if you are brand new, it starts with loyalty 3 points, has Flash, and as long as it enters the battlefield this turn, you may activate her loyalty abilities anytime you could cast an instant. For the +1 loyalty ability, put a +1 counter on up to 1 target creature against first strike until end of turn. For subtracting a loyalty counter, create a 2/2 white samurai creature token with Vigilance. And for 2 loyalty points, exile a target tapped creature and you gain 2 life. Also have a Gift of Wrath, enchant artifact or creature for 3 mana 1 red. As long as enchanted permanent is a creature, it gets +2/+2 and has Menace. And when it leaves the battlefield, create a 2/2 red spirit creature token with Menace. One Thundering Raiju. I've used this one, I think, once so far. 3/3 creature spirit for 2 mana 2 red. Has haste, and whenever he attacks, put a +1 counter on target creature you control. Then Thundering Raiju deals X damage to each opponent, where X is the number of modified creatures you control other than Thundering Raiju. And a Sunblade Samurai. A 4/4 enchantment creature Human Samurai for 4 mana 1 white. And for 2 mana for its channel cost, discard it, search your library for basic plains card, put it into your hand, shuffle, and you gain 2 life. One Shattered States Error. Gain control of target creature until end of turn, untap it, gains haste until end of turn. In the second level, creatures you control get +1 power until end of turn. It transforms into 3/3 enchantment creature Human Samurai, Nameless Conqueror, with trample and haste. One Asari Captain, 4/3 Human Samurai for a 3 mana 1 red and 1 white, has haste, and whenever a Samurai Warrior you control attacks alone, it gets +1 power until end of turn for each Samurai Warrior control. One Farewell. We all know about this. Exiles essentially everything on the battlefield. A Ganjo Uprising that we did use in this match creates X 2/2 white samurai creature tokens with Vigilance, and they gain Menace and Haste until end of turn. Each opponent creates X -1 2/2 white samurai creature tokens with Vigilance. And Iganjo Seed of the Empire, which we just used as a land for this match. I also have a Windscarred Crag that did not come into play, but it gives you 1 life when it enters battlefield. So it could use some work, but this deck has won me a couple matches so far. One of which in this constructed event, and we're gonna see if it wins me any more for the rest of this event. If you did enjoy this video, exile that like button, subscribe, and thank you for watching.